Hey everybody, welcome to the Solminod Show with Sonya, where all things are possible. We here at Solminod believe in the importance of inhaling love to exhale compassion. We hope that you will exercise that as well in your daily routine and your daily lives. You know, last night we just wrapped up at a time of taping, of course, the election. So we at Solminod would like to extend congratulations to President Barack Obama and in your victory, and we wish Mitt Romney, only the best in your future endeavors. I trust that the next 4 years will be years of progress for this nation. I trust that individuals will cross the aisle and lay down some of those political differences, come together, be unified, and as we are speaking one to another, I encourage everybody to speak words of kindness, speak words of love, and hold back on the hurtful, angry words that are being exchanged, even amongst friends. It's hard to see. Boy, Facebook has just been a mess lately with this whole political race, and hopefully we can move forward now, and everybody will be prayerful and will be hopeful. Remember that we must pray for our presidents and those who are in leadership. So we here at Solminod will definitely be doing that, and we encourage you to do the same. We've had a couple questions that have come in. Somebody had asked, the holiday drinks that we mentioned will be made right here on set with Rex from Splash. They wanted to know, will the holiday drinks have alcohol in them? And the answer is no. Sometimes people will make holiday beverages with alcohol, and that's fine, but here on Solminod, everything that we make will be alcohol free. So yes, the beverages are family friendly, and you can share them at your family gatherings for the holidays. We'll be doing that in December, so stay tuned. Another question has come in, actually a few emails have come in with this question: what is that mask that I have been talking about? For those of you who have been watching Solminod and you've seen the beauty segments, there is a specific mud mask that I absolutely love. It's called Fango Mud. It's made by Borghese in the orange tube. Borghese is Borghese. You can log on to Nordstrom.com, Macy's.com, or Sephora, and you can pick up that product. It's my absolute one of my absolute all-time favorite items is this Fango Mud, and guys, it is for you too. It's great for anti-aging. It keeps your skin soft and supple. It draws out the impurities. It comes from the waters of the Montecatini spas right there in Italy, and it actually has volcanic ash from the mountainside that is in there, filled with minerals for the skin. Use it twice a week. You can bring it all the way down to your décolleté. Go ahead and do it in the shower, and you would be amazed with the results. So that is Fango Mud by Borghese. Hurricane Sandy, well, boy, our brothers and sisters there in New Jersey and New York are still suffering. There's a lot of progress that's being made. I'm so grateful for everybody that's doing their part and all the organizations that are there on the ground. The resiliency of the Northeasterners is just incredible, and the camaraderie, how they're all coming together and helping out their neighbors. I commend all of you on that. But for our viewers who have the means to do something more about that, please do if you can. If you can donate items, go ahead and send it to the Red Cross, bring it to your local church or community center, whoever is gathering the items, and they can get that shipped right there into the Northeast. And hey, great idea from a colleague of mine, Susan Newland. Hey, Susan, out in Seattle. For all of you crew members out there, flight attendants and pilots, don't forget that we can take our airline ID to the FedEx office, and they will give us 75%. So maybe you can partner with your local church or community center, bring all those boxes in, and you can get 75% discount off of all of the shipping. Get as much sent up there to the Northeast as we possibly can. I know friends of mine had relatives who had the two sisters and the parents. There's 3 homes that were lost, and they had multiple children in those homes, and they've lost completely everything. They were there on the fires, and so they lost their automobiles and everything. The needs are great, so let's do all that we can. We're always generous here at Solminod and doing our part. I know the Solminod viewers are. We are shipping our boxes in from Solminod, so if you have any items that you would like to donate, you can contact us on our website, and we can help to get those items into the right hands. I just want to also thank some of my sponsors. Hey, Betty at the Gertz House is so generous. She provides these flowers for us, fresh flowers for us, right here on the set every single week. If you have not gone to the Gertz House, you need to check it out. It's right out here in Grimes off of 70th. It's a large old stone church. You can go in there and have lunch. It's a boutique. They'll take care of your framing needs and, of course, your floral needs. Go to the Gertz House and check it out. She's been so generous, and I thank you, Betty, and the Gertz House for being so kind as to donate this for us. We have a great show for us today here with Marge Jones from Kosama, so stay tuned, and we'll talk to Marge a little bit after the break. Thanks.
Fall is just around the corner. Make sure your furnace is up to the task. Have Thrasher Service check your furnace for only $82. Thrasher Service offers GeoStar geothermal heating and cooling, which can save you money on your heating bill. So before the cold weather hits, call Thrasher Service, serving the Des Moines area since 1978.
Let our family at Thrasher Service make your family comfortable year-round. Call us at 262-2229 or visit us online at thrasherservice.com.
Sell things you no longer need for more money in your pocket. Herman's fine jewelry. Why let it sit collecting dust? You're in a pinch and cash is a must. Why not take that old ring where cash is king? Sell things you no longer need for more money in your pocket. Herman's fine jewelry.
Hey everybody, welcome back from the break. We have a great show set for you today. We have my friend, personal trainer and gym manager, Marge Jones is with us from Kosama Fitness Centers. Marge, welcome to Solminod.
Thank you.
So glad that you're here today. So I have some questions I'm going to ask. We're going to talk about fitness and nutrition, and you're going to go over a few different techniques with us. But before we do that, we have a video clip that we're going to share with our viewers. So why don't we go ahead and go to that video clip right now. It talks a little bit more about the services that Marge and the other trainers offer at Kosama. What a great video. Doesn't it look like the type of gym that you want to work out at? Well, I enjoy working out at Kosama, which is where I met Marge. And Marge, you manage a few of the facilities there, don't you? Which ones?
Johnston, Waukee, and Ankeny.
Okay. And I work out at the one in Johnston, which is a suburb here of Des Moines, for those of you who are watching not from Iowa. And so how long have you been there working with
I've
them?
been with the Johnston location since, I believe it was October of 2011, and started at the Clive location when they started in January of 2010. So I've been with Kosama 2.5 years.
But you do have a background in fitness. So as a young girl, were you an athlete or involved in sports at all?
Yes, I played volleyball, softball, tried track. Wasn't a big fan of running, but you have to try it.
Right.
Then I went on to do bodybuilding, and then I've just trained under different Taekwondo, Muay Thai, Russian kettlebell, and then with personal training, all of this is in one place now with Kosama, so it was a great fit for me when they opened up in January of 2010.
And you have children?
I do. Yes, I have 3 children.
How old are they?
Morgan is 14, Jessica is 11, and Hunter is 8.
Okay, and you're married?
Yes.
How long have you been married?
17 years. Yeah.
So married 17 years, you have 3 young children, so you must get the whole mom thing. When the moms are coming into the gym, I know they're certainly sending in their emails asking us, how do I get rid of the last 15 pounds, the mom weight, and the baby weight, and
Right.
all of those issues. You can relate to that, can't you?
Yes, I can, because you go through it, you experience it, and then to just start moving, focus on your nutrition, that it's a lifestyle change. It's not a quick fix. So that's a lot of advice that I give to the ladies that come in.
And in our second segment, we're going to go over some different techniques and talk a little bit more about fitness. But for the duration of this segment, let's talk a little bit about nutrition. Okay. So you have your average Jane that comes in, and she says that she's just had her last baby. She's kind of been out of it for a while, and she really wants to get back into finding that place of proper balance for her with nutrition and fitness. And so, how do you coach her? How do you guide her and counsel her in the area of proper nutrition?
Well, the first step is you need to find out what you like to eat, okay, because it's not a quick fix, it's a lifestyle change. We do have a company that we work with called True Star Health. So as a member of Kosama, you can go on, log in, put in your information, set your goals. Maybe some people want to gain muscle,
Right.
maybe you're wanting to lose weight, or you just wanting to be more athletic, increase your speed, your stamina, strength. So it gives you these options. From there, you can choose the type of nutrition plan you'd like to follow. Maybe it's vegan, maybe it's lactose-free, gluten-free.
Sure.
So a lot of different options to be set up. Within 10 minutes, 5 minutes of this setup process, you will receive a nutrition plan that you can print out.
Okay.
Basically, it just gives you your meals, your snacks, the recipes for those meals. If you look at it and you don't necessarily like a meal, you can substitute it. You have 12 different options. So it's very user-friendly. It's easy. You print it out and you have your week or your 2-week plan. That's the first step. And then from there, you can even print out a grocery list. You take your list to the grocery store, you get all of your food that's needed to make the meals,
Right.
and then you're prepared. So you have your plan, you're prepared. So when you go to cook the meal, you have everything you need. You're not, running last minute.
Right.
That's the biggest step, is just to prepare and get your mind around, this is what you're going to do. So the benefits of it, they're choosing the foods they like, taking out the foods they don't like. So then it's something that you can do.
Sure.
You're not just eating carrots or cabbage. You actually get to pick the meal. That's half of the battle.
Right. And so if somebody's asking you for guidance with that, this woman who comes in, she weighs 150 pounds, she's 5'7", she does moderate level of working out, so she's not burning tons of calories to start with, and she's asking you, how can I get started and what types of food should I look for? What is your generic counsel that you would give to her?
To replace, or not to replace, but to take out the refined sugars, salt, up your water intake.
Sure.
Just from doing those 2 things, which is it can be challenging. Drinking more water is probably the easiest step, number 1. And then just taking the refined sugars out of your diet. That right there, that first couple weeks, you're going to notice a difference. And then replacing in vegetables, fruits, whole grains, lean proteins.
Sure. Which helps with inflammation too, because so many
Correct.
people are dealing with inflammation issues and they aren't even aware with that, and that affects joint issues, and that affects heart issues, and that affects their overall health. So just taking out that excess sodium and
Yes.
refined sugars right off the bat. And I know that's when a lot of people, will say, oh, I cut this and I cut that, and I've lost 10 pounds and this is great. And it's like, whoa, you just lost water weight, the inflammation's
But
gone
they feel
down.
better.
They do
feel
feel
better.
better,
And then,
yeah.
the more water you drink, the more energy you have.
Sure.
the better you feel, the more you want to come in and work out, because you know, combined together, the workout with the nutrition, that gives the best results.
Right.
And so they feel better, they come back, they're having fun in class. You know, it's a win-win situation.
And the classes are fun.
Oh, good.
I love how you guys, you don't function like in the role of a drill sergeant, which would be fine with me, but most people, you know, really aren't into that. You could yell at me all day long if you wanted to, personally. But you guys are encouragers, and you guys go around. There's usually a couple of you there, and you're going around and making sure that everybody's usually using the proper body mechanics and doing the movement correctly, which we'll get into a little bit more of that. But I love how you guys truly are encouragers. So many people are intimidated about joining a gym, going to a gym. They think that they have to go in there, you know, looking like, I don't know, Jane Fonda back in the day with her little outfit on that matched, and you know, and yeah, and that's just not the case, because we're looking pretty rough, aren't we?
Well, I wouldn't say rough.
I'm looking rough when I go.
That isn't. I'm glad that you brought that up. Just that anyone can come in. We do try to focus on, you know, motivating, encouraging, and then just making sure that people stay safe.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, that they have fun, because then they want to come back. Even if you're sore, you had fun, it was a good class. Maybe you liked your trainer. Maybe you met a friend in class. So we try to make, you know, bring in that community. That everyone enjoys it. That's what keeps people coming back. And it's for all levels. Yeah, it is for all levels. You know, we have different ages. Male, female, older, younger. I mean, I have a 5 a.m. in our 5 a.m. class in Johnston. There's 5 or 6 girls that are seniors at Johnston High School, and they are there like 3 or 4 times in the morning during the week. And it's to me, it's amazing. That's commitment.
Fantastic, and it's community. So see, Kosama really is for everybody, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, let's go ahead and hear a word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back to talk about fitness.
Great.
$600 Monkeys, West Glen Town Center.
Big, small, fluffy, or scaly, pets are a part of our family. They deserve quality care when it comes to keeping them healthy. When caring for your critters, you should only trust Dr. Anderson of Anderson Animal Hospital. The Anderson Animal Hospital offers care for all kinds of pets, from the smallest chinchilla or mouse to the biggest German Shepherd or horse. Whether it's a routine vaccination, toenail trim, or necessary heartworm prevention or surgery, Dr. Anderson offers consistent care for your pet. Call or stop in today.
Hey everybody, welcome back from the break. We have Marge Jones in the house with us today from Kosama. We are talking all things fitness and nutrition. Huh, Marge?
Yes.
All right, so in the first segment, we tapped a little bit into the topic of nutrition. Now we're going to transition and talk a little bit about fitness. But before we get into that, Marge, I want to know if you can give us more information for our viewers. How would they begin their Kosama experience?
Okay, that is probably the best question. To start off, you would go to the Kosama website.
Which is?
www.kosama.com.
Okay.
Choose your location. So we do have other locations. Obviously, we are representing Johnston, Waukee, and Ankeny.
Sure.
But there are plenty to choose from.
Okay.
Choose your location. Choose a launch date. We always start on a Saturday at 8:45 a.m.
Okay.
For our locations. Again,
Okay.
other locations would have different times. That's when you'll come in and go through your assessment.
Okay, and we're going to go through a mock-up assessment here in just a moment, aren't we?
Yeah, we'll go through some of the form and technique that we hit on. Now,
Okay.
most assessments, traditionally, you're tested on what you can do, and then after a certain amount of time, what you can do.
Sure.
With our assessment, we do a little bit of strength testing, but we also want to focus on the form. You know, making sure you know how to do your squat correctly, how to do your lunge correctly, your plank. So when you come into class, you feel like you've already learned some of the exercises before you add a weight.
Right.
And then you know options to come back down to if you feel uncomfortable or if it gets too strenuous. And I love the way that we do that, because when you have knowledge, you have power. So people
Right.
are coming in and they're just feeling better about starting.
Right. So how did I do in my assessment, if I might ask?
You did great. I could definitely tell that you had worked out before.
Yeah.
You had a lot of experience. I didn't really have to show you too much on form.
Well, kettlebells was kind of new to me. I'd only done that a couple times.
Yes, the kettlebell swing.
I was kind of throwing it all over the place.
At least didn't drop it on my toe. That's good.
Yeah,
That's the good
that's
thing.
always a good thing.
Right, that is a good
Right,
thing.
okay.
But you picked it up. You picked it up quickly.
Yeah.
So the more experience someone has, the easier the assessment's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, someone who hasn't worked out for quite a few years, or never worked out for that matter, is going to have that base knowledge
Sure.
come in right off the bat.
Right.
So you can sign up online. Everything is taken care of when you arrive. You receive your heart rate monitor, which is the MyZone.
Love that.
It is amazing. You receive your gloves
Mm-hmm.
and your first month. After that's over, you're automatically enrolled in a month-to-month membership.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no more 8-week, there's no more 10-week, 12-week. It is a lifestyle.
Right.
So
That's
you,
right.
So you go into it with a different mindset. Okay, I'm doing this to get fit and to stay fit, not just to go through the motions for so long and then stop and hope that it sticks for the next 2 years.
Sure. Okay, and Kosama, for those of you who are not familiar with Kosama, Kosama is a workout facility that offers a wide range of classes. So it's not like they're just going in and they're just going to hit the gym themselves and pump some iron by themselves. That's not what
Correct.
Kosama is all about. So what type of classes do you guys offer, and what's the average schedule like?
We do have a variety of classes. The nice thing about it is it changes. So you have
Love that.
Yes, you have different options every day. We have Kosama Strong, so we focus on strength.
Yes.
We have a class Kosama Power. So it is what it says, it's power. We use the kettlebell.
Yes.
So the kettlebell swing, the cleans, the presses, you're powerful with a cardio aspect. There's K4, so interval training. So you're keeping the heart rate up high, and then you have short segments where you recover, and you take it back up again, short segment where you recover. So this would include body weight exercises, plyometric exercises. We do use the TRX suspension bands with that also. What else we have? We have a core X, so kind of Pilates, yoga, still get the heart rate up, get a great stretch. I like to call that a recovery day.
Sure.
Still burn pretty amazing calories.
Right.
You feel good when you're done. We have a circuit. That's one of my favorites. You move station to station, 15 stations, 45 seconds each.
Love that.
10-second transition, so it's moving, it's going. Full body workout.
There's bars to work out. There's bands to work out with.
We have the bars, we have bands, we have kettlebell, we have the TRX suspension bands. So a lot of tools.
And my favorite.
Kickboxing, yes, that is everyone's favorite. They love to come in and just take it out on the bag.
Yeah.
So
Love that beat down.
yes, we keep it basic with the punches, and we throw in kicks. So at any level, you can come in and just get the best workout. Especially using the MyZone heart rate monitor, you see where you're at on the screen. So our program, and what I talk about when I say on the screen, you see our workouts, you know what's coming up next with the words. And then we're the coaches, we're showing you how to do it.
Right.
Maybe the background is green. So your heart rate monitor on your screen should be green. You match it. Or higher.
Right.
So if it's yellow, it's telling you step it up. Go heavier, move faster, work harder to get that heart rate up to get the best workout with that class.
Right.
So it is fun. It's addicting. You're done with your workout, you cool down, you take off your heart rate monitor. Within 5 or 10 minutes, you have an email that tells you how many MEPs, which is MyZone effort points, that you earned, how many calories you burned, and the percentage that you worked out at. So sometimes I get mine and I'm like, oh, I could have worked harder. Or sometimes, I get it and I'm like, wow, that was awesome. I'm going to try and do that next time I take this class.
Right.
So it's a great way to set goals and gauge your workouts.
It is. I love
and
it.
as you get stronger, you see how that changes as well.
I love it. And now I would like to let everybody know that we are bringing Travis here onto the set with us. Travis is another team member at one of the other Kosamas. He is going to work with us, and Marge is going to take him through a mock-up assessment, if you will. I always envisioned that you and I would be doing this, like Ellen and Michelle Obama.
Yes.
We'd get down there, and but with the torn rotator cuff, y'all, I have to sit this one out. So Travis, welcome to Solminod. And why don't we go ahead and you guys can stand up, and of course you're the only one that's mic'd, so if you want to go ahead and walk us through what one of these Saturday morning at 8:45 assessments looks like.
Okay. Briefly, people come in, they check in, we get in their key tag, get their heart rate monitor, they get weighed, measured, we do a sit and reach. It's pretty.
Body fat's taken?
Yes, it's not invasive. It's a Tanita scale. You step on, and with a minute, you have a printout. And they can take that home with them, enter it into their My Kosama page, and track as they change, what their goals are, muscle or fat loss. Now, we don't have our TRX suspension band, so we're just going to go over the basic 5 movements.
Okay.
And, and from these movements that we're going to do, but just by changing a jump or adding a weight or taking it down to the knees, different levels. So, but this is the basic 5. We'll start off with the squat. So I'm going to have Travis just demonstrate that squat. His feet are shoulder width apart, and as he sits back, I'm going to make sure that, as you're watching the member come in, that their knees are staying behind their toes, and there's a nice small arch here in the lower back, and his chest is up, his chin is up, and that's a perfect squat. And you could probably hold that for about, 10 minutes? No?
If you're lucky.
Oh, if you're lucky. Okay.
Great form, Travis.
So that looks great. The next one would be a lunge. This is one, there's a lot of different lunges that you can do. Front lunge, back lunge, stationary lunge, side lunge. So we're just going to demonstrate a front lunge. So as a person steps forward, you want to make sure that their knee doesn't go over their toe. So he's perfect there, 90 degrees, knees right over the ankle, back knee's bent, he's high on the toe, shoulders are over his hips. So that's what we're looking for. You can go ahead and stand up so your leg doesn't burn out.
Almost fall back. Yeah.
So what happens sometimes, people front lunge and their knee goes over their toe.
Yes.
They don't have enough strength to stop. So then we would say, starting off, I want you to stay in a stationary lunge. Or they have knee problems, so a stationary lunge, you would just drop and come up and drop and take that step out. Now, another option, if someone has, sometimes our older members that come in, maybe they have knee problems, they would just do a back lunge. That's, again, less invasive on that front part of the knee, so they just step back and drop down, and that totally takes out the forward movement. So we go over all these options with people so they feel comfortable when they're coming in. I guess the next one is the plank. So we'll go ahead and start off. Now, level 1 plank is a straight arm, or an elbow plank. So his back is flat, his hips are raised up, his heels are over his toes, shoulders over the wrists, neck is in neutral. That's a great plank. You can go down to your elbows. Now this is a little more challenging. You still want to have the same type of body alignment. So you can see he's not arched here because he's engaged the hips forward and engaged the lower abs. So he's nice and tight. Elbows again right over those, underneath the shoulders. Heels look good, neck's in neutral.
Looks good, Travis. We have about 30 seconds left, Marge.
Okay, so push-ups. We could do the push-ups real quick.
Show us what you got, Travis.
So toe push-up, this is going to be, the most challenging. A lot of times people are going to start off on those knees. You can drop your knees down. You can see his upper body is still in the same position as he drops down and presses up. Face is like, flat with the floor, nice and even. There's a military push-up. So for you with the rotator cuff, you're going to keep your arms in tight. So those elbows come right back by your side. And again, you can also drop it right down to your knees.
Okay, well, Travis is going to keep going here. Marge is going to keep working on this. For those of you who are interested in checking out what they're doing at Kosama, go ahead and check them out at kosama.com/Johnston. Travis and Marge, thank you so much for joining us here on the Solminod Show today.
Thanks for having us.
Y'all be blessed, and whatever you put your hands to do, we'll see you next week with Dr. Valerie Scow. Ciao. Wardrobe provided by Fashions by the Hall Tree. Plants and flowers provided by Gertz House Gallery. Set provided and staged by Interiors by Andrea. Hair services provided by Michelle Mayola. Fitness and training services provided by Kosama. Nail services provided by J&J Nails.